the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. Excuse me. Hey, Silent Ninja Cesaro. Hold on a second, guys. I forgot to put our chat box up here. What a surprise. I would forget something. Who would have ever thought? I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't catching up on greeting you guys who came in. Hold on. Let me get this set. Once again, I wasn't prepared. All right. Now we're good. Dangling Man. Erwin's here. Mystery. Daniel. Robbie the Boss. Chip. Thorfinn. Zion West. This is... Oh, what was that? That was a long name. I had to see it. There is something for every weird person. I like these names. Boy! Boy! I just can't pull that off. The boy thing. Yeah, it doesn't work, an old white man. Dead Man Wonderland. That's a name. I gotta look into that one at some point. I mean, obviously I don't have time to watch it, but I mean, just look into more about it. I hear that every so often that title comes up, Dead Man Wonderland. We want to talk anime titties. Well, Just Asher, to be fair, anime titties are always fair game in any of our streams. We can be, I don't care what we're talking about. We can be talking about politics or religion. Anime titties are always fair game. So it just kind of went without saying that that's part of the discussion. Samurai Champloo. I wasn't sure. It's funny you say that, Josu. I wasn't really sure. Yeah, I think that would fall into the category because I'm enjoying Samurai Champloo. Of course, we're watching that at the Goosh. Just watched another episode of it earlier, and at first I wasn't sure. Is it well known enough to not be like one of the underrated ones? But no, I think that qualifies. Charlie says YouTube won't let me type a certain message. Oh, Charlie, we were talking about this before. They censor the shit out of the super chat posts for the dumbest of dumb YouTube reasons too. It's absolutely asinine. Yes, Gurren Lagann was really good, Oscar. We just got through not too long ago watching that over at the Goosh, and that was my first experience with any type of mecha anime at all, and I really ended up enjoying it a lot. It's really good. Mike says, dude, I have a question. It's best to put your questions right in, because I only see, every so often do I see a post. So if I see yours, have the question right in it, because I probably won't see your follow-up. What's your favorite kind of porn? I'm into interspecies BDSM gorilla gay rape. Sam says, anything I can come up with as my favorite part isn't going to be as interesting as that. Retro says, tits are like burgers, good until soggy. Or saggy or soggy, whichever. How I got reincarnated as a slime. Dangling Man Brax was just watching that before when he was on vacation. He was just watching it. He was over at his, I'm pointing over here, he was over at his computer. And the one day I was, as I was walking out, he goes, dude, you got to watch this. This is right up your alley. So at some point, I'm going to need to see it. Thanks, Adriana. That's nice. Adriana? Yeah, I think I said that right. Me speak English. Dark humor is like food. Not everyone gets it. Very true, Retro. Very true. But that's true, I think, with any type of humor. But mostly, yes, dark humor especially, you're right. Because being a big fan of it myself, I have done what would be classified as dark, I guess as dark humor, many, many times on stage doing stand-up, and have gone the whole gambit from just killing, I mean absolutely having the crowd in hysterics, to being asked to leave. So, Goblin Slayer, a lot of people talk about that, but that's relatively new, right, Matt? Goblin Slayer is the newer one. And what I'm hearing, and again I haven't seen it yet, but what I'm hearing about Goblin Slayer is really intense first episode, and then levels off a little. But that's just other people's opinions. I haven't seen Seven Deadly Sins, the original, yet. Enaj, it's another one that Brax has seen, said was real good, and I've seen the abridged, and I love the abridged. Matt, yeah, I thought that one was pretty new. But there's a lot of series that I'm rooting for, because you guys know we watch whatever gets voted in over at the Goosh. And there's a number of series I'm rooting for to get voted in. That's one of them. Seven Deadly Sins is definitely one of them, as is Code Geass and a couple others. And again, the only reason I root for them is not my own personal knowledge. It's just by how many times you guys mention them and how good they are. Clannad. Everybody says Clannad is the one that punches your feels. Whenever we have the conversation about feels anime, I know Clannad always comes up. Oh, yeah. Hajime no Ippo? Yeah, Juan. As a matter of fact, back when we could do the reaction video streams, I saw a bunch of clips of it. I'm a huge boxing fan. So at first, I was just impressed by the fact that there was an anime dedicated to boxing. And then when the gang kept showing me clips, yeah, it looks really good. I wouldn't have any trouble at all getting into that. But again, being a boxing fan, I'm a boxing fan from way back in the old days in the 70s when the heavyweight division was loaded. And you got fights on, even though you only had 3 channels, you got fights on network TV. You know, you didn't have to pay for them or anything. You know, occasionally they'd be closed off, but a lot of the big fights you watched for free right on television. But you had Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and George Foreman and Ken Norton and Jimmy Young and Jimmy Ellis, and it was insane. You'd have a great fight every month. Lachlan says, very depressing to be French today. In the Six Nation match today, England beat France 44-8. Oof. Oh, tough day. Aren't they, it's funny you said that, Lachlan. I thought I had just seen something, and I didn't get to read the article. I was just skimming headlines. Aren't the Yellow Vests now fighting each other, too, in France? I thought I read something about that the extreme right Yellow Vests and the extreme left Yellow Vests are now fighting each other. Again, I didn't read the whole article, so I could be off, but I thought that's what the headline said. I was just kind of scanning through the news. Black Clover. Black Clover gets mentioned a lot. Also, Lachlan says, also not a very well-known series I would like you to see is Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss. Huh. I don't think well, you know, my memory, it takes a while to try and jog anything out of it. I don't remember that one. Oh, relatively new. Maybe that's why. God damn, there's so much anime to watch. I gotta figure out some way to extend my life expectancy. There's so much anime to be seen. Michael Orlando's fitness program. Oh, your father knew George Foreman? Oh, I became a fan of his. I wasn't initially, Michael, because growing up, I was a huge Joe Frazier fan. And, of course, George Foreman beat the living shit out of Joe Frazier. So I was pissed off about that for a while, but I grew to really like him. And his comeback was really cool. It was fun watching him in his comeback when he was in his 40s and still beating the shit out of people. Viva la French fries, Alpha says. You'll know... See, Alpha has known me for a long time. He knows how to catch my attention in the chat even. He put up that graphic of food, and it was like, what's that one say? I could almost smell the fries as it went by. Sasuke Kuchiha. Albedo, take me, Curtis-sama. Oh, I wish. I'm telling you guys, Albedo is rapidly moving up my waifu list. She's... I've always said, you know, I've got Akano and Saris right there at the top. She's right in that group right below. And I don't know if she'd make a run at the top spot or not, but there's just something about her. I like the character, but her appearance is so unique and cool. Besides, I love the eyes. Yeah, she's way up there for me on the waifu list. I like her a lot. My favorite is Erased. An amazing story and short, straight to the point. I don't think I know that one either, Marcelo. God damn, there's so many things out there that I'm never going to get to see them all. I think for me right now, the one that surprised me the most, and again, I still consider myself a noob when it comes to anime. I've watched certainly a better number than I have just a few months ago, but I'm amazed by how much I'm enjoying Usagi Drop, because we're watching that over on the Goosh. Enzo is sponsoring that one as a Goosh 100 vid. And I'm just fascinated with it. I freaking love that relationship with Rin and why is his name? His name's gone right in my head. I just watched the episode, that's why. But anyway, that one, I think when that one's over, that's got a legitimate chance to maybe even move up to number 2 for me. We'll see how it goes. Cory in the House is a great unpopular anime. I don't know though, Sasuke. With it as often as it gets mentioned, we might have to put it in the popular category. Assassination Classroom, that one I've heard of. I've read up on that one, George. I haven't seen it yet. That doesn't surprise me to see people mention that one, Assassination Classroom. Fairy Tale? I don't know, Joe. You think? I think Fairy Tale would be considered like that, up to that next level as far as recognition. No, Fairy Tale is pretty well known, especially because of Urza. Yu-Gi-Oh, even though it had its hype nowadays, has lost it. Also, Joey vs. America is very good, made in the original Japanese. I think, well, the tough thing about ever calling Dustbroad, I think the only thing that would be hard to call Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever an underdog is, of course, the card game. You know, the children's card game, because there are still so many Yu-Gi-Oh! Players yet. Fortnite porn? Oh, geez, Retro. I can't honestly say... You can't honestly ever say that I'm surprised that fill-in-the-blank porn exists, because no matter what it is, Rule 34, we all know, there should be porn of it out there somewhere, but... Fortnite porn even? Oh, no. Nacho says, oh, this name I haven't heard before. Buso Renkin is generic as hell, and I love it for that. The plot's basically a bastard love child of Bleach and FMA, and it works. Really? Really, that one I haven't heard of at all yet, Nacho. I'm positive that's the first time I've heard that name. God damn, there's so, like I said, there's just so much out there. I started so late. Tracker, Wholesome News says, if I could rate you, be a 9 out of 10 because I'm the one you need. I like that. Excuse me. Also, you like my PFP? It shows my cuck tie. Hold on, Tracker. Let me see something. I want to go to your channel so I can see your icon pic better. Oh, cuck tie. Yes, I like that. That's pretty good. Watch God Emperor Trump Conquers Italy. What the hell is that one, Mr. Smith? That's just got to be satire, right? Toradora. Haven't heard that name in a long time, Milky Way Heroes. We've talked about that before, but I don't really know anything about that one. Sasuke says you should check out Dororo. It's an anime about a boy born without skin, limbs, ears, tongue, vocal cords, and he has to kill demons to get them back? Oh, that's different. Holy shit. And see, I just like the fact that, they'll tell you that in Spaz Thanos. Yeah, pretty much. I got the giant melon for it. Absolutely, EXP. They'll tell you that there's no limits to creation in entertainment, Western entertainment, whether it's movies, whatever. But I disagree, because when you start getting into anime, as I have, I think that demonstrates when there's no limits to where you're willing to go. And I don't think Western entertainment is as liberal as that as anime, and I like that. You can make anything a success in anime. I don't think there's any way that Western entertainment, they would be able to adequately or successfully make a series or a movie about a culinary school and the battles that take place within, as in Food Wars. And anime does it, and does it really well. And I don't think Western entertainment could pull that off. Bungo Stray Dogs, Stuart says. Log Horizon and Assassination Classroom. Assassination Classroom's got it. That's another one that I never hear anything bad about Assassination Classroom. It's only brought up in the positive, and quite often, anytime we talk about anything like this, like underrated or something like that, it gets mentioned a lot. That's another one I'd like to see get voted in at the Goosh at some point, so we'd be watching it. Would you rather wake up, Alexis, says, would you rather wake up in bed naked between Goku and Chi-Chi or Vegeta and Bulma? Oh, jeez. I'd rather wake up naked in between Bulma and Chi-Chi, actually. Yeah, neither one of those situations is going to be good. Goku and Chi-Chi, even though I'd rather bang Bulma, because it'd be easier to bullshit your way around Goku, and he probably wouldn't be concerned about it anyway. Goku, you could just tell him some sort of story and or say, hey, shouldn't you be working out? And he'd be distracted and leave. You should Gerardo says, you should watch Attack on Titan Season Season 2 is great. AOT gets mentioned a lot, Gerardo. The only thing with Attack on Titan is there's a lot of people who love it, but it has enough detractors. It has trouble when we do the polls and stuff of what we're going to watch next. It has trouble getting to that next level because it's got a lot of people who aren't as big on it. Now, I've watched Slap on Titan, the abridged. I really enjoyed it, and I like the concept behind it. But I think it's going to be a little while before it makes it past one of the polls. But I want, again, having known the characters and stuff a little bit, I certainly wouldn't mind watching that one. Rosario plus Vampire. Yep, we've talked about that one before. Heavens. To Love Ru. What happened with To Love Ru? It came in 4th in a poll we had, and it was scheduled. I'm trying to remember. I'm looking at my notes. It was scheduled to be watched, but then I think it got canned. We were getting down to that section of time, and the gang at the Goosh basically said, you know what? It only got I think it was 9% of the vote, and people weren't as really all that into it. So we didn't end up seeing that one. Rosario Vampire, we've had that mentioned before. Is it Heaven's? Isn't it Heaven's Lost property, or is it Heaven's Love property? I can't remember, but I've heard of that one too. My memory's so bad with keeping the things straight when I would look them up on and look up their wiki pages and stuff. Hold on, make sure I've caught everybody's. Jump Force. I know. Well, I've got Legend of Liam says Jump Force is here in 5 days. I've got the Ultimate Edition there because I wanted to play it early. So supposedly, if they get my code to me, I've only got 2 days to wait. I was just talking to Brax on the phone, and we're both just so amped up about it coming in. Log Horizon, Blake? Don't think I've heard of that one either. Bungu Stray Dogs is by the same guys who did MHA? Really? Wow. I'm just curious, was that before? It was probably prior to My Hero, right? Yeah, it had to be, because My Hero's still going, so it had to be prior. Duh. Chanel says, some shows up your alley. Wait a second. Some shows up your alley, Goose-sama? I'm not sure what you're saying, Chanel. Some shows up your alley, Goose. I like Goose-sama, though. I'll watch JoJo if it gets voted in. Nagalistic. It's Braxton's favorite anime ever, so I hear a lot about it all the time. I would certainly watch JoJo. I'm recommending because season 3 is coming back. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I say, that's the thing. Well, you guys know that. What we end up watching is always put to votes. We're going to be having tons of votes come up because right now we're still getting through things that have already been put in place. Like when we finish Super, we've got 4 series, but they're all shorter ones that we're going to be watching that I had hoped to do at YouTube but couldn't. And then when we finish Overlord, we're into One Piece, but One Piece we're going to be taking breaks from and watching shorter series in those breaks. And then we've got, when we're done with Food Wars, we go to Testament of New Sister Devil, and then we're going to need another series there. So once we get past what we're watching here, we'll be regularly putting in new anime. So more, I've got a lot of them that I'm kind of rooting for just from things that you guys have said to me. Let's see. It's Lost Property. Okay, I thought so. I just because we'd mentioned before. I don't know. I don't know the series. I just knew the title. Sasuke says there's also Saint Onisan, which is basically Jesus and Buddha renting an apartment in Japan and trying to understand the modern world. That's a pretty funny concept. That's funny as hell. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean about Western entertainment. They would never. I don't think they would ever think to do that. And then over here, you'd probably have enough people that get their panties in a bunch about it. They'd be afraid to do it. I don't know if it's lesser known, but I like Another. Data says it's got a cool concept where people die inexplicably in a gruesome manner. Yeah, I like stories that are, well, you guys know that are a little bit twisted like that. I haven't heard of that one. I would say it's definitely lesser known. Data. I don't think I've ever even heard of that. Another. But that's the kind of thing that can draw me in. Nacho says, excuse me, sorry guys. Amagi Brilliant Park is comedy gold. Kanye has to take charge of an amusement park run by Fey creature. It was probably a screw up in the typing. Typo is what I'm trying to say. In order to save it, to give you an idea, imagine if Kanye West ran an amusement park. See, that's what I mean about this. Now, see, I've never heard of that one either, Nacho. Amagi Brilliant Park. Amagi probably is how they say it. But in any event, we just don't get that wide a variety in Western entertainment. But the thing is, we're going to start that adventure on One Piece. It's going to take years. I have no plans of going anywhere. I have no plans of changing our schedule. So you got to figure over at the Goosh, we're going to be having series in between One Piece and years to go of 2 other series a day every day. So we're getting to where we're actually getting through a lot of the big anime. We'll be watching One Piece, which is arguably the biggest, but we'll be caught up on Dragon Ball. We've seen Hunter x Hunter, have seen Naruto, of course. So I'm thinking we're going to get to where we're going to get more and more of these smaller anime getting voted in because we're going to have seen the big boys. Gintama, I've seen a lot of clips, White Demon, of Gintama back when we could do the reaction video streams. And the thing that struck me about Gintama is it seems like, and this is just based on clips, but it just seems like it does a phenomenal job of mixing the drama and the comedy, and I like that. Well, I'm a huge comedy fan. Kenichi, World's Mightiest Disciple. Great fights, cool stories, and tons of fan service. Yeah, extra. We talked about that. Some of the Gooshers would be able to remind me. I think when we used to have a separate section of the Goose devoted just to titty anime, and now I've just kind of blended everything together so we can just watch whatever everybody wants to see, titty anime or not. But when we had it like that, I think that one got discussed a lot. Because I remember talking about that. Yeah, I'm a story geek. I think everybody's a story geek. But not that said, I love fights and I love fan service. So yeah, you can't go too wrong with me there. My favorite titty anime, of course, you guys all know, is still High School DxD. I mean the titties are phenomenal, but it's the storytelling and the characters too that really get to me. I just think it's some of the funniest shit ever. Gurren Lagann was good, Scott. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. And again, that was my first real dive into any type of mecha anime, and that was good. Devil is a Part-Timer, Gintama, Hitman Reborn. See, those are ones I've heard of. Devil is a Part-Timer always struck me as really fascinating too, Stuart, just from the conversations we've had about it. Attack on Titan or Gurren Lagann. I can see why so many people, having seen Gurren Lagann now, I see why that gets brought up as often as it does here. And Gurren Lagann, for me, started a little slow. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked it from the start, but it was like, okay, I'm not sure where we're going or how into this I'm going to get, but man, once it starts accelerating, Gurren Lagann's a great ride and great finale. Love the finale of Gurren Lagann. Let's see. Joe's here. Aku no Hana is way underrated for plot. Rook Barreau. Rook Barreau? Okay. I don't think you've ever mentioned that one to me before, Joe. Aku no Hana? I don't think I've ever heard of that one before. Joe. Protagonist steals the gym clothes of his crush in a moment of weakness. Another girl sees him and starts blackmailing him. She forces him to wear the clothes he stole while going on a date with the crush. That's fucking twisted. That's kind of delightfully twisted, actually. This is an anime, but watch Mortal Kombat 11 gameplay trailer. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting about that because it had been mentioned to me before, Gerardo, that the trailer for Mortal Kombat 11 was out, and I keep forgetting about it. Yeah, if I can remember to do that, maybe I'll do that as a straight-up reaction vid for the channel. Yeah, I did forget about that. It was mentioned to me a couple times, and then, of course, you guys know where my memory is. I read it in the comments or whatever. It's like, oh, yeah, we'll do that, and then forget all about it. Oh, fake creatures are a thing. Oh, I thought that was a misprint. A typo. What? I wonder, what does it mean, Big Green? What is FAE? Am I saying it right? Fae creatures? I wonder what does that mean exactly? Darker Than Black, Psychopaths I've heard of. My teen romantic comedy, Snafu. Holy shit, I can't believe how much anime is out there. God damn. the Zeros, yep. We've had a conversation about the Zeros a bunch of times. Oh, heads up though, Curtis. It's mainly kids dying. Eesh. Yeah, that stuff. It's just got to be the paternal instincts in me. You guys know that. I can sit there and have a good old time watching adults get carved up, sliced up, diced any way you want to do it. And as soon as a kid gets their feelings hurt, I'm like, hey, what the fuck? The Fate series, great too. Got to watch in order. Yeah, that again, a case of something that I get hyped for just because of how many good things you guys have said about it. Let's see. Hold on, I want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats as I scroll through. I'll catch some other comments too. Red Line? I don't think I've heard of that one before, King Galaxy. Let's see. Devil's a part-timer deserves a season 2. That shit was funny as hell. That gets talked about a lot too. That seems like it's going to be fun. I was rooting for that. It did well in a poll we had not too long ago. I think Testament of New Sister Devil just beat it, didn't it? But anyway, I looked that up. That looked good. EXP says American heroes are greater than Japanese heroes. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. Japan's got some pretty great heroes too. Excuse me. What Patrick says, what do you call a bee who provides milk? A booby. Yeah, JoJo. Yeah, I need to see that at some point. Hi, absolutely. Sasuke says Parasite's one of my faves. Disturbing, action-packed. Parasite, I think, if I'm remembering, again, I get my titles mixed up and stuff, freaking memory. But and it was a while ago, I mean, back earlier on when we were able to do reaction video streams, I think we watched a clip or two of Parasite. And with you saying it being disturbing, that makes me think even further that we did. Yeah, I think I saw some clips of that, and it was really bizarre, and I mean that in a complimentary way. Nacho, great teacher Onizuka. I haven't heard that name in a while. We talked about that before, but that one's been a while. Golden Boy and Chest of the Stars. Holy crap. I wonder. So basically, when we have conversations like this, the reality for me is I'm never going to get to see all of it. I got to come up with some sort of pill or something to extend my life somehow, because at 57, I'm never going to make it. Yes, we were just, Zach, we were just talking about that time I got reincarnated into a slime. Brax, right before he went back to school from his last vacation, was watching it and telling me it was really good. They said it seemed like something that I would like. Okay, Sam says, Hinamaru Sumo is super good with good punch. Is it actually, now, because I don't, I don't know if sumo means something other than what I know as sumo wrestlers. Is that what it is? Is it a story of sumos? Because I'm kind of fascinated with sumo wrestlers. I think they're kind of badass, actually. There are a lot of Mortal Kombat 11 trailers you should watch. Really? Oh, I didn't even realize there was more than one, Gerardo. Wolverine, I'm here. Let's goosh altar boys like Sandusky. But it is about time, though. It's nice that finally Wolverine can go back to having his screen name again. They put you on the naughty list for a long time over that. My roommate is a cat? I hadn't heard of that one either. Nagrandon? No, the DBS movie, the Broly movie. No, I'm waiting until I get done with Super. We're watching at the Goosh. What are we on, guys? 111. I just watched episode 111. So what? There's about 20 episodes to go, and then I want to watch the movie. Gimster, hey, good to see you, pal. Just woke up, got my breakfast, turned to YouTube, saw a bald old man. There goes my breakfast. Completely understand. Gimster, I just watched your Gushu 100 video. I was going to tell you when it'll be up, but I forgot what my editing schedule is here, because once I'm done, I'm going to go right back into editing. But that Gimster, now it's bugging me. Let me see what my editing schedule is here. I might, yeah. Actually, that'll probably be up today. Yes, I think it will be. As long as everything goes well, it'll be up today. Gimster's been over at the Goosh. He sponsors Goosher 100 videos. He had and his name's got on my mind. The uploader, the YouTuber. He reads Reddit horror stories, some of the best Reddit horror stories, and it's really fascinating shit. This was a good round too, Gimster. The second one was just as good as the first. Those stairs in the woods, that fascinates the shit out of me. Well, you'll see when I post the video. That's my question to everybody today. In that video, would you climb those stairs? So I'm climbing. It's not even a question. I need to see what happens if you climb them. That would almost be something fun to do on the channel. I mean, just taking from his lead, just reading some of those different things from over at Reddit. There's some wild stuff on there. Firewall Dragon, Bleach, Black Butler, and Inuyasha. Bleach gets mentioned a lot, but every time in the polls, Firewall, it doesn't do that well. It'll get mentioned, but it never gets enough support to get into a poll. I think eventually it probably will. Black Butler and Inuyasha gets mentioned a lot too. That one I do think will at some point get put in. I'll be surprised if it doesn't. Nacho says Redline is a movie. Imagine if you combine the Fast and Furious movies and the Hot Wheels cartoon. Oh, that's kind of a neat analogy, actually. Yeah, I would watch that. Well, you guys know me. If it's animated, animation is my favorite form of entertainment. Even before I got into anime, I'd always been a cartoon freak. So, Golden Boy Golden Boy's comedic. I didn't even know that, Maz. Gunsmith Cats for balls out action. I haven't heard of Gunsmith Cats either. Patrick, what do you call Gay Milkman? Dairy Queen. Let's see. Wolverine, watch me have my way with Boruto's aborted fetus. For any of you who are new here, Wolverine is not a Boruto fan. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I stay caught up here, okay? Oh, no problem, King Galaxy. I try and get to as many people as I can. That's why I say it's just random. I just pick out, as I go, I just pick out comments to read. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, but have you tried snorting it off a small child's head? Retro. High School of Elite? Harun? Am I saying that even closer right? High School of Elite. I don't think I've heard a lot of high school names of animes. I don't think I heard of that one before. Elfen Lied. We talked in great detail about Elfen Lied before. It's never been really pushed a lot as far as a series to watch over at the Goosh, where we get our series from. And Dead Man Wonderland we've discussed a lot too. Sasuke says Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash. You'll catch the feel. Oh, really? A Feels anime? I've never heard of that one either. I can't believe, though, this is what amazes me. I mean, I haven't watched that much anime, but between what I've watched and the conversations we have here, I can't believe there's still this many new titles to me. It just boggles my mind. When you consider that the Japanese population is significantly smaller than ours in the U.S., I would never have imagined there'd be this many titles, created from the Japanese form. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I saw somebody say, happy birthday. Is it your birthday, Poppy? Happy birthday. Hold on. Okay, I am caught up. The new Super Movie Broly. Yeah. Woo! The new Super Broly movie is on Pornhub, King Galaxy. Everything's on Pornhub, though, to be fair. Cesaro says, fuck Boruto. Tracker, Wholesome Dude says, Nozoki Anna is a 1 hour episode and it's borderline hentai. I'm on board then. Borderline, I'm on board. Yeah, you wouldn't have to convince me to watch that then. Oh, from Russia. Very cool. ReZero. It was ReZero, right, guy? I'm asking the Gooshers. Fate Zero or ReZero, one of them almost got through, because again, we have polls, what we're going to watch. It was right up there and fell just short. I think it was ReZero, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was ReZero. Yeah, so that one gets a lot of push. I think eventually we'll be watching that one. Because again, it almost made it one of the last times out. Let's see. Zeno, hey, good to see you again. Not an anime, but Mao Sensei Nagima, super low-key manga. There are a few AMVs, but it was never properly animated. You would like Jack Rakan? That, I wonder how often that happens, too. Well, it's got to be a lot, actually. It's going to be a silly question. I was going to say how many mangas never get turned into anime, but it's got to be huge numbers. So I'm sure there's tons of manga out there. Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing. I wonder what would be the most popular manga that never got turned into an anime. Somebody, I mean, you guys have such knowledge. I'm sure somebody probably knows that right off the top of their head. But I'd never really thought about that before. But I wonder what what it would be. Pornhub is the new YouTube. I wish, Joe. I recommend the anime series Gunslinger Girl. It's about little girls who suffered trauma being given a new life, but secretly made into assassins. See, I like the whole, well, maybe that's one of the reasons why Killua is my favorite anime character of all time. I like the assassin thing. Especially when it's done well. That's again, a big part of my fascination with Killua. I already liked him, and he cemented his place at the top of my list right in the Hunter exams in the prison. When he took that guy's heart out, it was like all over for me. That was such a cool assassin moment. And again, the way they wrote it, I really, really liked that. It was awesome yet subdued, because the first thing you see is that prisoner going, "I'm so cold," and it's like, "What, cold?" And then you see what happened. It's like, yeah. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is assassin stuff I can get right into. I've always liked that storyline. Chaos Dragonlance says Paranoia Agent is a show that reminds me of the Twilight Zone. Oh, I love Twilight Zone. A mysterious kid with a golden bat attacks people, but their lives improve afterward. See, this is, and again, we're back to where I just don't think Western entertainment generally comes up with plot lines as different and quirky as just what Chaos Dragon's describing here. That I just don't think we do. This is one of the reasons I love anime as much as I do. Am I ever going to watch Boruto? I don't. If I do, random dude, it'll probably be way down the road, because again, what I watch now, because I watch so many anime over at the Goosh, and between the regular 3 series we do, and then we have sponsored series now over there. So basically all the anime I watch is the stuff that gets voted in, and Boruto is so unpopular, I think it'll be a long time before it gets put in. I could be wrong, but I don't think it would get enough support. Let's see. Hold on, I just want to make sure, guys, we've had a lot of super chats coming. I don't like to miss anybody's. Nacho says, China is making an anime about young Karl Marx. Come on, I seriously didn't make that up. That was going to be my next question. China's making an anime about Karl Marx. Jesus Christ. I hope he's like Mecha in it or something, though, Nacho. That would be cool. Mecha Karl Marx. Soundtracks, yes, I agree, Kilcher. He says, one of the reasons I love anime is also the soundtracks. Yeah, they are dead on with their soundtracks. And it was, I remember when I was watching Naruto, I was and still am wildly impressed by the soundtrack. And then what impressed me even more as I watched more anime is just what you said, how good anime seems to be across the board at it. But the soundtrack is still, to this day, I mean, Pain's theme is one of the great soundtracks of all time as far as I'm concerned. Just insanely good. Dangling Man says, Shimonetta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. It's right up your alley, Kurt. Also, We Without Wings? I don't think I've heard of that one, Dangling. Shimonetta I've heard about, but We Without Wings, I don't think I've heard of that one. Yeah, if there's no dirty jokes, though, why live? If you're going to eliminate porn and or dirty jokes, no. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Let's see. No, I've had a few people ask that Game with Rob. I'm not going to watch the Broly movie until we get done. We're watching Dragon Ball Super over at the Goosh right now. When I get done with it, then I'm going to come looking for it. A lot of people have to... That was funny, Devin. It's funny because it's probably true. A lot of people have to die before Boruto makes it to the Goosh. $100 video. Yeah, because like Devin says, there's just so many people that just can't stand Boruto. In fairness, not only at the Goosh, but over at the channel, too. At the YouTube channel, we have a lot of people over there that don't like it either. There's so many more anime that everybody props up more, is more a fan of. It would take it, like Devin says, there'd have to be some sort of tragedy, I think, for Boruto to win. Zeno the Wise says, if you ever have 50 seconds, look up Eternal Negi Fever. It's Jack Raken trying to invent a super move from the manga that I mentioned before. Hold on, I'll look that up quick. I can't, I don't want to put the video up on the stream because, again, I don't give anybody the wrong impression and think that we're doing a reaction video stream. Hold on, I'll take a look at it, though. Hold on a second, guys. 50 seconds of audio shouldn't get us a strike, so let me just take a quick peek at least some of it. I'm watching Eternal Negi. Again, I can't put the video up for you guys. I just want to see what's being talked about. Oh, I hurt my finger. Wrong of me? This guy pacing. Whole body emitting? Goddamn. I don't even know what I watched. You know what, though? I think a lot of you guys are, too. I've become a huge fan of is English. I love when the Japanese voice actors and actresses have to say the lines in English. I don't know why. There's just something really endearing about that. I even love, things like, the reason I would not watch One Piece anything but sub is because of Monkey D. Ruffy, just the way it said, and now we got Ainzur Lagoon. I just love the Japanese voices as they're saying the English words. Excuse me. In Soviet Russia, porn watches you. Nice, Retro. Monster Musume? Solid. We watched that at the Goose. It was, yes, you're right. It was really good. It was right up my alley. I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, Lick says copyrighted. Probably 50 seconds. That's all it'll take. Wolverine. I felt Altar Boy's Jello pudding pops. Help me, please. Get the Jello pudding pops in your mouth. Hey, Jump Call. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, pal. Saint Seiya, 88 cents. That's what the live streams make. 88 cents. Well, 92 cents. Saint Seiya, 88 saints of Athena protect the earth from other gods out for conquest, namely Pegasus Saint Seiya becoming greatest of all. 80 shonen. Really? That sounds good. That sounds like fun. Yeah. Now I'm assuming that I can't speak English. I'm assuming there's probably a decent amount of tittyliciousness in there too. No, John Call, just from the sounds of the basic synopsis there, which always makes me a little bit happy. We could hear, yeah. I didn't mind it playing, Michael. 50 seconds usually is not. Well, 50 seconds is not supposed to get you struck because even YouTube is aware that short a clip of anything falls within fair use, and especially when I don't put the video with it, it shouldn't hurt us. But I never make guarantees about anything to do with YouTube anymore. Steins Gate, Secrets of Time Travel, and it's anime based. Yeah, Steins Gate gets mentioned a lot too. Deadly Fox. That's another one. You know, there's a list, probably a good dozen series or so that I hear good things about enough from our group here and over at the Goosh that I'm assuming are some point going to get voted in, and Steins Gate would be one of those two. That gets mentioned a lot. Only slightly anime related, Gimster says, the Goosher has an American comic version. He targets only guys like the Goosher. Okay, gotcha. So it's an American comic version? The Goosh Man? Yeah. So he only targets guys like him. That sounds like it could result in a lot of delightful scenes, just like we know the Goosher Man do have performed in the past. Master of Ragnarok? If you're struggling with your history class? Master of Ragnarok. King Galaxy. I don't know. Is that a series or is that an upload or something? A person? Land of the Lustrous, Chrome. We've had that one brought up before. And Mushishi? That one I don't remember. Two very different anime compared to shonen. Well, I tell you, I had mentioned earlier, and I know there's more people in here now, I'm just shocked by Usagi Drop and how much I'm enjoying that. I mean, Usagi Drop, and it's too early to say, I'm only 4 episodes in, but at the rate it's going, Usagi Drop, I could see it going as high as number 2 on my list. I mean, it's that good so far. Now, it could turn the other way. It could, you never know what a plotline is going to do. It could go a direction I don't care for and drop it way down. Who knows? Maybe it's going to get even better. I don't think it could ever threaten Hunter x Hunter at the top. It's going to have to be something really exceptional and spectacular to threaten Hunter x Hunter for me. But it could get up as high as second. Just judging on the first 4 episodes and how much I'm enjoying those, I just love them. Lude says, I think Recreators is lesser known, or at least it rose in popularity, but quickly fell off the radar. It's what would happen if anime characters came to the real world and found out they were fake. That's kind of neat, though. That's a neat concept. A total self-awareness concept. That's kind of neat. I still want my Avatar Last Airbender reaction. I was hoping to be able to do those over Cesaro, which you guys know. I was hoping to do those over at the YouTube channel, but the more research I did on them, the more it sounds like would just be more issues. I was really hoping to be able to do them over there so we could have something specifically for the YouTube channel along those lines. Let's see. Here we go. Fox and Tux. You should try Made in Abyss. We were just talking about that a little while ago. Adventure show about kids exploring a bottomless pit. Oh, is that what it is? We didn't get a description. Tough watch. Oh, yes. That's right, because somebody had mentioned that. That's right. Somebody had mentioned that there's a lot of brutality to kids. That's right. Now I do remember that. Now that you say that, Fox and Tox. Yeah, that is a tough watch for me because I had mentioned earlier it's got to be a paternal thing, but I can watch adults get skewered all day long and just sit there and get, the Goosh. I mean, the gang initially showed me the Goosh video, as would be expected, because it's so over-the-top disgusting and vile and everything that you like to see somebody's reaction. And to me, it was like hilarity. That was one of the greatest things ever. That's how the Patreon became known as the Goosh. I'm just a huge fan. I thought it was hysterical. But if it's a kid, like I said, all you got to do is hurt their feelings, and I'm already pissed off. So that would be a tough watch for me. Yeah, I just think bad things happening to kids just... Ugh. That's my concern in watching Usagi Drop is I'm enjoying it so much, and if something happens to ruin that relationship for them or something bad were to happen to Rin or something, I'm going to be off the edge. Let's see. Face your demons. Yeah, thanks, Fox and Tox. Yeah, but you're right. That would be tough for me. That, again... Well, you guys have gotten to know me now, but I mean, somebody new to the channel or new to my tastes and interests might say something like the Goosh Goosh video or Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. And that might be a little tough for you. And it's like, no, it's going to make me laugh my balls off. But as soon as it's a kid, then I get to be a little bit of a puss. Nacho says, the soundtrack for Made in Abyss is God tier and pushes above me. Really? Oh, man. So if we're talking about bad things happening to kids and a great soundtrack, yeah. Because obviously nothing intensifies whatever emotion you're feeling watching something than a dead-on soundtrack. Is that Max? Max says, have you ever heard of Darling in the Franxx? Don't think so. That's a new one. God damn, there's so many new ones. Patrick, what do you call a nuke that lands on a cow but doesn't explode? A milk dud. You guys know I love bad puns. I love bad puns, corny jokes, and jokes that have too long a build-up to be worth the punchline. Gimster says, Battle Royale is a Japanese classic movie made in the year 2000. Every year, a random high middle schoolers class are made to fight each other until the death, until only one remains. Wow, that's an intense concept. That's very oh God, what's the movie series I'm thinking of? I know you guys are thinking of the same thing. And this is what happens to me. It's like any noun goes out of my memory so easy, and it can be commonplace things. And I was watching some of Mockingjay Part 2 yesterday, and I can't remember the name of that series now. This is the kind of stuff that drives me up the fucking wall. Oh my God. And when it blanks out, it's just gone. That should have gotten hit by one more chair. But yeah, that I might be able to deal with a little bit. I think for some reason, Lord of the Flies situations aren't quite as difficult on me as when adults are doing heinous things to kids. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Got that put back. Oh. Hold on, I don't want to miss anything here, guys. Fuck off, train. Michael says, I know this is not a reaction stream, but since you showed interest in Gunslinger Girl, I suggest looking up Gunslinger Girl Henrietta Goes Berserk. Yeah, I can look it up. Let me see. I can take a quick peek. I don't want to put too much audio from different videos on here. Let's see. The hell? Come on, Google. Henrietta Goes Berserk. Yeah, I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to push my luck. I'll just skim through it quick. It's about a minute and a half. Wow, look at that face. I guess Henrietta does go berserk, doesn't she? Jesus Christ. Way to go, Henrietta. Yeah, now see, that I could get into. Where the kid is the one doing the damage, yeah, I could get right into that without a problem, Michael. Not a problem at all. Hunger Games. That's what I was trying to think of, Joe. Yes, Lude. Thank you, guys. And again, that's what kills me. The things that'll abandon my memory, it's not like stuff that, I got to reach for it because I haven't seen it in a while, I haven't talked about it in a while. It's Hunger Games. I watched every single one of the movies. It's one of those things that I enjoyed the series so much when, just like yesterday. If the movie's playing on a cable station, I'll just leave it there and sit and watch it again. I don't care which episode it is because I enjoyed all of them. And yet, I want to say the name and it just vanishes. Watch YouTuber Corpse Husband for scary stories. Yeah, we just started that thing in the Gusha 100s. We just started that. Watching a couple of those. Hold on, let me take a peek at who that is. And it was pretty good. I wasn't even sure about that concept, if I was going to like the idea of watching somebody else reading stories, but it ended up really good. Oh, I got over 1 million subs. 3 true intense horror stories. Yeah, that stuff's fun to me. I guess some of it's fun to me too, because you guys know I'm not a believer in the occult or anything like that. So I can get into those stories without the abject fear that some people have because I don't believe in it. It's just like talking about that whole thing in the stories where we were watching him read, where those random staircases show up out in the middle of nowhere in the woods. And in the stories, they're talking about how all the other park rangers say, well, just stay away from them. Don't interact with the stairs at all. Just ignore them. I wouldn't be able to. I got to climb those goddamn stairs. I want to go find those now and climb them because I got to see what the hell's at the top of them. Really? Fox and Talk says, Made in Abyss won Best Music and Best Anime of 2017. Wow. See, that, like you say, though, with the storyline, that would be difficult for me. As dark as it gets, the beauty and amazement this anime brings is award-winning. Fallen Syndrome saying the same thing. God damn. See, I could get past, without a doubt, the fact that would upset me to watch something that's that good. As I've always said, because people ask all the time, and it doesn't have to be an anime and anything. Well, do you watch any fill in the blank romantic comedies? You watch horror? I will watch anything if it's a good story. Genre doesn't matter to me. If it's a good story, I'll watch it. Stuart says, I don't know what these guys are talking about. Nothing bad ever happens to kids in anime. Just ask Nina from FMA. Well, yeah, that's a good point, though, Stuart. You guys saw my reaction to what happened with Nina. That pissed me right. I don't think I've ever hated. No, I know I have never hated a fictional character as much as I hate that fucking scumbag Shao Tucker. What a piece of shit. Oh man, that's just the absolute. Oh God, I hate that fucking guy. Just seeing pictures of, when we'll pass around memes or whatever, just seeing pictures of him and I feel my blood pressure go up a little. Sasuke says, Drifters. Plucked from his own time, a samurai allies himself with the greatest warriors from across diverse eras and worlds, and finds himself thrust into battle against other legendary warriors. I like any concepts like that. It doesn't have to be tournaments or whatever, but who could kick whose ass from different points in time and stuff. Yeah, that one would be an easy sell for me. I've always liked that stuff. The Hungy Gumbies, Prism says. Gundam, yeah. Gundam we watched a lot of when we were doing the reaction video streams. We watched lots of clips of that too. Oh, Drifters is made by the Hellsing Ultimate guys? Oh, Hellsing, I can't wait. That's coming up on the schedule, Hellsing Ultimate. So I've seen the first couple episodes. We're going to start over again though, because my memory. But we got, for any who don't know, it's after Super's done and we're getting close to the end of Super, then we go right into Yu Yu Hakusho, Cowboy Bebop, Hellsing Ultimate, and then Death Note. I'm and all four of them I'm amped up for. Well, you guys have been telling me for months that one of the most common things I heard as far as talking about individual anime is I've heard from so many people you can't consider yourself a real anime fan until you've seen Cowboy Bebop. Gimster says, for the next vid of mine at the Goosh, want the next Park Ranger story or skip a couple vids and go to Scary Disney Stories by Mini Lad? Scary Disney Stories. Yeah, see, for me, Gimster, you can't lose either way because I've enjoyed those Park Ranger things and stuff more than I even thought I would. But you guys know what a Disney freak I am, and I don't know if this. I don't know. Maybe you guys like this too. Maybe this makes me odd, but I'm a huge Disney fan, and given that actually adds to the hilarity for me in things like Prostitute Mickey. I don't know why. I think when you poke fun at something that's close to me, it makes it even funnier. So, Scary Disney Stories or anything that's perverse about Disney, you'd think a Disney fan would be like, nah, I don't want to watch that. But I'm the opposite. So that would really, that would really attract me. I don't even know what they'd be talking about, Scary Disney Stories, but I would kind of be in for that. Jokage said, JoJo's Part 1 is way underrated in my opinion. Well, I'll tell you, Joe, again, Braxton would jump right on board with it. He loves JoJo. He's become a fanatic for it. His buddy Alex got him started in it, and he's just fascinated with it. Let's see. Hey, Rowan, good to see ya. Prism says, y'all ever see Minnie Mouse Flamethrower? 3 seconds of pure ecstasy. Oh, God. I can't even imagine. Devin, you didn't care for Bebop? I personally don't like it, so I hope I enjoy watching it when you watch it. Huh. I don't know. Just the little clips we've seen of it and stuff. I don't know a lot of what to expect. I mean, I know the basic parameters of the story, but a lot of what to expect from Cowboy Bebop. It's going to be interesting to see. It just seems like it's so ingrained into the fabric of what is anime. It just seems that way to me, just from what you guys have said and from what I read and stuff. Bebop I'm talking about. Jump Call says, Manu Hiken Cho. Chifusa steals bust energy from the cruel and gives it to the poor in a land where big boobs equal power while fighting her old clan that does the reverse to enforce an evil system. Yeah. Like there would be any question whatsoever as to whether or not I'd be into that. Big boobs equal power. Give me your most powerful warrior. And let her kill me. That's how I want to go. That's another thing, too. Not only is anime storytelling great, but I love how they're just right out there, completely unabashed with their booby jiggle physics. It's like, don't have to worry about, they don't concern themselves about feminists or this, that, or the other, saying, well, you're objectifying the women or whatever. Listen, it's great big giant anime titties and they're awesome. Joe says, love your reaction to Killua's name in the Death Note. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, Joe. Hey, you don't go right and Killua Zoldyck in the Death Note, god damn it. Yeah. Yeah, that was just wrong, Joe. That's my boy, Killua. God damn it. Daniel says, I enjoyed Yu more than Death Note and Cowboy Bebop. I'll tell you, Daniel, to be honest with you, from what I hear people talking about Yu, that doesn't even surprise me. I think, and what I've gotten to, and again, this is just impressions from what people have told me, I think Bebop is something that a lot of people really enjoy, but very few have it at the top of their list. And I'm just going by our crew here, because when we talk about favorites and stuff, everybody, or not everybody, but the majority of people seem to like Bebop and consider it a rite of passage into anime, but it's generally not the top of their list. And I think Yu is a list topper or close to a list topper for more people. And again, just judging by what's said around here. Firewall says, Corpse Husband's why I quit hacking deep web. Deep web video would make great live stream reaction. I see, that's the thing, Firewall Dragon. Everything gets shut down. You can't do anything on YouTube anymore. And I have to be especially careful during live streams because if they hit us with a copyright strike, excuse me, sorry guys, during a live stream, I can get them overturned. I always get the copyright strikes overturned because they're bullshit. But the problem is if they hit us with it during the live stream, then they'll suspend our live streaming abilities until I get it overturned. And it used to be, it only took 2 weeks to get them overturned. Now it's a month, and I have to usually email them and remind them to clear it for me to get them to do it. Can we watch Keijo on stream? Nah, same thing, Licks. Same thing. I wish we could, because as you guys know, I've watched the entire Keijo series over at the Goosh. I wish we could all just sit here together and I could play my reactions to them and watch them on a live stream, but we'll get shut down. Sure as hell. Keijo was fun. Keijo was just silliness, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm caught up on MHA Lude. I'm sorry, you're asking Chrome. I'm sorry. The Promised Neverland? Tup. Yeah, that one I don't know. Chrome. Oh, Japan is very conservative. They don't give a fuck. But progressivism is trying to infect them from California. Sony's headquarters is in California now, and they're screwing small Japanese devs and really. Jesus Christ, this is getting like to trigger warning level for me here in the States with this social justice warrior horseshit. I got to tell you. You know what always made me laugh too, though, about Japan? It's because I appreciate that. Like I say, with the giant anime titties or whatever you want to call it, they're very upfront with everything. Just have fun, have a good time, do this, make this. And yet their porn has to all be censored. It always just made me laugh. It's like, guys, you're always so cool, and then now you blurt out the shit I want to see. Sasuke says, Noragami, Stray God. You should watch trailer one day. Noragami, Stray God? I never heard of that one either, Sasuke. God damn, there's so many. Chivalry of a Failed Knight, another name I haven't heard. Leon says, interesting story and a bit lewd. I like lewd, but a fantastic story. It's only one season. See, those will fit good too. Yeah, and things like that. Once we get doing One Piece over at the Goosh, and we're going to take those breaks, the single series animes, or single season animes, or even 2-season animes, will fit good in those breaks, because again, it accomplishes that. It gives us a little break, but then we're right back to watching One Piece again. So I'm hoping stuff like that does get voted in when we do those. Prism, I'm really sick of people crying, oh, the SJW is almost as bad as the SJW shit themselves. The reactions are almost as bad as actual stupid stuff. Well, it depends. It depends on the situation. I mean, Prism, if that's you got to figure too, if that's your stance on things, if the SJW stuff irritates you, how else are you supposed to express it other than to say, goddamn SJWs? I mean, I don't know how else you would express that. I'm sure the SJWs don't care for the perspectives of those of us who are crying, oh, those goddamn SJWs. So I'm not sure what exactly you would mean by that. Can we keep the Vic? How does he pronounce the last name? I've only seen it written, haven't heard it. Mignona? Migonga? Out of here, I don't want to talk about all that smelly shit. I'll tell you, that's a weird situation. Just if nothing else, that whole thing about the guy that was supposedly pressing his crotch into his neck, and all he did was get up on his, he got up on his shoulder, just like, well, that's kind of a huge stretch to say somebody was sexually assaulting you at that point. Igor says, does a lesser known hentai count? If not, fuck it. Hentai is the best category of anime. Description for The Promised Neverland. Hold on. No sad children, I swear, cough. Except for when the entire story is children running for their life, cough. Yeah, thanks, Train. At the moment, I've been more into manga, Chrome says. Catching up with MHA, Hunter x Hunter, Sailor Moon, and a few others that don't have anime like Nobunaga no Chef and Jin to series about characters thrown back in time. Trust me, I wish I had more time for reading manga. We're going to do, Chrome is the one who's sponsoring it at the Goosh. Soon, up the Goosh, we're going to have a manga reading where I read a couple chapters in a video. I'm looking forward to doing that. I want to see how that format works out and everything. John Kyle says, UFO Ultra Maiden Valkyrie. Read Wikipedia summary for best explanation. Also, Spot is best pet. Space Dog Veteran Pilot, and Sonata is best cat girl maid. Hold on, let me look at that. UFO Ultra Maiden Valkyrie? Because this one I haven't heard of. I'm sure I haven't heard of that before. There's the wiki right there. On a world where aliens are commonplace, Kazuto Tokino decides on his own to run his grandfather's bathhouse despite the protests from his parents. Kazuto, however, lacks a lot of the skills needed to make such a venture successful and must get by on a sunny disposition. That alone might have made things hard enough for him, but an alien princess named Valkyrie destroys the bathhouse and in the process mortally wounds Kazuto. However, she's able to save his life with a magical kiss, but that kiss costs her half of her soul and transforms her into an 8-year-old child. Though when Valkyrie and Kazuto kiss, their souls connect, allowing her to temporarily assume her adult form and wield the key of time. Wow, that's an intricately woven plot right there. Holy shit! But again, that doesn't surprise me with anime. They're good at tying their plots up well. You should read Noragami's synopsis as well. Okay, hold on, I can do one more. Excuse me. Noragami. We were doing this a lot for a while on the streams, just reading up the wikis on things. And plus, when you look at the wiki, at least you get to see some of the artwork, too. Hiyori Iki. Man, I am having trouble with the English language today. Is a normal... I say that as I'm reading Japanese names. is a normal middle school student until she was involved in a bus accident while trying to protect a stranger. The incident causes her soul to frequently slip out of her body, and she becomes aware of the existence of two parallel worlds: the near shore, where regular humans and creatures reside, and the far shore, where demons and human souls linger. Through her soul, she meets the strange, nameless god without a shrine, Yato. Yato is determined to make a name for himself out there by accepting any wishes for 5 yen. I like that. That's reasonable. Including Hiyori's to fix her body. Along with Yato's regalia, a weapon from a human soul, named by the god in question, Yukine, the trio go through many adventures struggling with their friendship, identities, and past. And again, another good example of how intricate the plot lines are. Let's see. My favorite anime is Smokey Loki says, Saiyan Field? Chicago Jayhawk says, Curtis, I don't know if you saw it, but I didn't see anything in the UFC fights last night. A UFC fighter did the Rock Lee weight drop thing last night during his fight. Apparently he's big into Naruto and has the Naruto Nine-Tail seal on his belly too. Really? I'll have to try and look that up. I would like to see that, Jayhawk. I didn't see any of the fights last night. I was busy all day yesterday, all into the evening. I ended up not seeing any of them. Should we read the wiki? Some on Stein. Okay, I'll read one more wiki. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go soon here, or I'm not going to get my. I think I may have read the wiki on Steins Gate before. Steins Gate we talked about a bunch of times. Excuse me, guys. Let's see. This is on the game. Is a visual novel video game developed by blah blah blah. In the second game, science adventure series, the story follows a group of students that discover and develop technology that gives them the means to change the past. The gameplay in Steins Gate. See, I need the anime. Let me put Steins Gate anime. Okay. Steins Gate is an adaptation of the video game series of the same name, set in 2010 and follows Rintaro Okabe, a self-proclaimed mad scientist who runs the Future Gadget Laboratory in an apartment together with his friends Mayuri Shina and Itaru Daru Hashida. While attending a conference about time travel, Okabe finds the dead body of Kuriso Makise, a neuroscience researcher. He sends a text message about it to Daru and later discovers that Kuriso is alive and that the message arrived before he sent it. Laboratory team members learn that the cell phone operated microwave oven they are developing can send text messages back in time. Oh, that's pretty cool. They're joined by Kuriso and investigate it, sending text messages referred to as D-mails to the past to change the present. That's all right. That's a neat concept. I like that. I like that idea. That's pretty cool. I like time travel shit though, and I'm simple. I like that concept of being able to change the future and stuff. Sauce is gay for sauce. Wolverine says. Gimster. B. Gata H. Kai is an anime where a girl who just entered high school, her goal since middle school is to bang 100 guys in high school, also known as the Blue Ball name. What the hell? Wow. That, I will admit, that is a plot line you're not going to see in Western entertainment. I can guarantee you that one. Holy shit. Oh, I guess everybody's got to have goals, right? Saga Tanya the Evil. I'll tell you, Dutch Nintendo, when we were able to do the reaction video streams, we would watch clips, Tanya the Evil was one of the most captivating ones to me. Just because that, I understand the concept of how Tanya is actually this reincarnated soldier and stuff, but her cutesy look and badass actions just work off one another so well. Tanya the Evil, I think, is just a wildly cool character. I'm hoping that's another one I would like to see get voted in at the Goosh at some point, because I was just so fascinated by it when we used to watch the clips. It's so bizarre seeing that little cutesy face doing the things that she's doing. Oh, Code Geass, yeah. Code Geass. That's right near the top of the list of things that I think will get voted into the Goosh soon, just because, again, it gets mentioned so much. All right, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go. I didn't even think I was going to have time to stream today, but I got here and I'm sitting there and I'm editing, and it's like, man, I want to talk to you guys. I just want to have somebody to talk to, hang out, have fun with. And that's what it's funny because that's what this does. It props me up. Now I'm ready to go. I don't mind editing the rest of my day and getting the other stuff done I need to. It's just fun. It's just, get to talk anime because everything I do here is right. And I enjoy editing the videos because I get to rewatch them again, but it's all by myself. So when we get to sit here and talk anime, it just perks me up a lot. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and talking anime with me. I just got a bunch of editing to do the rest of the day. I'll try and get more streams up during the week. Shouldn't be a problem doing them. I've been staying pretty well on schedule. I haven't had too many things attacking me from the side. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for all the great titles too. It's fun just reading the titles, looking up the wikis, learning more about different things. And again, I think a lot of the ones that you guys mentioned will be coming up at the Goose fairly soon because a lot of them are titles that I hear a lot of over there. And when we get past these series that we have going right now and we start getting out into the votes, I think you're going to see a lot of them coming up. But thanks, guys. And as always, Pamfu. Let's share a little sticky stuff with each other. And I don't mean syrup. Well, I kind of do. It depends on how you want to represent your syrup, I guess. But we'll bang, okay? Flashly, like Buggy, because Buggy will be coming up soon. But most importantly, and again, if you're weak of stomach, you might want to turn away, because it's goosh, 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 goosh.